Today we're checking out 1956 classic The Forbidden Planet for the very first time. So I'm not very familiar with this movie, though as now I'm a newfound Star Trek fan. This came out in the 50s, just right before Star Trek did in the 60s. And as we do love a good sci-fi on this channel, I wanted to see if there's any similarities between The Forbidden Planet and Star Trek. And did Star Trek take any inspiration from it? Kick back, relax, and let's get into it. Forbidden Planet. Straight off the bat, already with character and style.
By 2200 AD, they had reached the other planets of our solar system. Almost at once, there followed the discovery.
Pretty efficient.
And so at last, mankind began the conquest and colonization of deep space. Now more than a year out from Earth base on a special mission to the planetary system.
Interesting that they have saucer type ships.
When do we get a DC fix, Jerry?
Half a minute, Skipper. 1701. That's less than 3 minutes now.
All right. Take it away.
Aye, aye, sir.
Chief.
Uniforms aren't as colourful as Star Trek, shall we say.
All hands square away to decelerate. Ship's beeper will, as usual, sound 10 times after lights dim.
Want to bounce through this one?
How do they control the ship exactly? I'm wondering, maybe through that ball? Obviously the Enterprise has that big screen up the front, so it's pretty easy to see. That's a cool way to get around.
Down to point 3896 of light speed.
Warm in here, Skipper.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they've flown too far close to the sun.
There's Altair right on the nose, Skipper.
Wow. That's a stunning shot. The eclipse?
Meanwhile, this ship arranges its own eclipses.
Okay, Jerry. Punch out an orbit on the fourth planet.
Aye, Skipper.
I wonder how they did the effects for that, or has it been remastered since?
Our destination, Altair 4, is now visible on the main view plate. As you'll recollect from your briefing lectures, this is an Earth-type planet.
Any of my Star Trek fans know what if a planet in Star Trek was called Altair 4?
Scientists, our mission...
Sounds familiar.
How do these continents check with the old charts?
Able to tell you better in a little while, Skipper. It's time for breaks. Astrogator to crew. Stand by to change flux.
I'm also wondering, is there more crew than just in here, or is that it?
One of them new worlds. No beer, no women, no pool parlors, nothing. Nothing to do with...
Come on, you can't be having that now, can you?
We are now entering the atmosphere of Altair 4. No survival suits will be required upon landing. Jerry, can you make out anything down there?
There are no cities, ports, roads, bridges, dams.
Yeah, Jerry, I don't see anything either.
Sir, we're being radar scanned.
Combat stations, blaster men, activate your scopes.
Radio contact, sir. There's a voice here.
Human?
Yes, sir.
Identify yourself. You're being tracked.
United Planets cruiser C-57D, J.J. Adams commanding. Who are you?
Morbius of the Bellerophon. What do you wish here, cruiser?
Well, you don't understand, sir. We're your relief. We're very glad to find you alive.
But absolutely no assistance of any sort is required.
Oh, the red cut.
Sounds suspicious to me.
Dr. Morbius, my
Is he hiding something on that planet?
Your best procedure will be to turn back at once without landing.
Sorry, sir.
Really doesn't want them to land.
Dr. Morbius, I require landing coordinates.
Very well, but I wash my hands of all responsibility. Commander, I strongly urge you to reconsider. Please permit me to recommend...
Something funny down there, Skipper.
Captain to crew, stand by to reverse polarity. Standard Class A security will be maintained upon landing. And until further notice, all hands will wear sidearm.
What kind of weapons do we have? Some sort of phasers? Has to be a laser, right? The sound effects are another level in this movie. Little model on strings.
Look at the color of that sky.
Yeah, but I'll still take blue.
I don't know. I think a man could get used to this. Grow to love it.
I think blue is better than green, but green is a different sort of vibe.
Hey, what's this dust coming?
I would ask the exact same thing. That is freaky.
What driver?
It's a cool design robot. Mixture of like Fallout and Lost in Space.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen. I am to transport you to the residence.
You are a robot, aren't you?
That is correct, sir. For your
It'd be a bit weird if he was anything else.
to respond to the name Robbie.
Nice climate you have here.
Robbie the robot. Love it.
Is it a male or female?
That guy really is obsessed with his females.
Passengers will please fasten their seat belts.
Damn, he's rapid with it. These guys living the life on this planet. Look at it. Wow.
I am Morbius.
I'm Commander Adams. This is Lieutenant Fireman, my executive, and Lieutenant Astro, our ship's doctor.
How ironic that a simple scholar with no ambition beyond a...
I thought for a second that was Pierce Bronson, but that age would not line up.
Whatever that lunch was, it was certainly delicious.
Simply some of Robbie's synthetics.
He's your cook, too?
Wow, Robbie is very impressive. I think everyone needs a Robbie in their life.
Plus absolute selfless obedience. Activate the disposal unit.
A household disintegrator beam.
Put your arm in there. Order canceled. Don't attribute feeling to him, gentlemen. Robbie...
What happens if somebody would walk or get thrown in there?
Commander, may I borrow that? Pointed at the commander.
We sure about this?
Aim right between the eyes. Fire. He's helpless. Locked in a sub-electronic dilemma between my direct orders and his basic inhibitions against harming...
And then he shoots and kills the captain.
If I were to allow that to continue, he would blow every circuit in his body.
Doctor, do you mean that you made this gentleman?
A useful enough toy, Lieutenant.
Why he doesn't make more and sell them for profit?
Dr. Morbius, you're a philologist. Yet this robot of yours is beyond the combined resources of all Earth's physical science.
Gentlemen, let me show you another bit of parlor magic. Forgive me, I didn't mean to alarm you, gentlemen.
These guys are very on edge. He had a robot shoot at the captain. You thought after that they would be a little bit at ease.
The moment we've interviewed the other members of the Bellerophon party.
Others. But there are no others, Commander.
And just how do you account for your immunity, Dr. Morbius?
My wife and I differed from the others only in our special love for this new world. I remember how when the boat was taken to return to Earth, she and I were utterly heartbroken. How could we have foreseen the extinction of so many...
There's got to be something more to this planet. He likes and appreciates the decor.
By what?
By some devilish thing that never once showed itself. Always in my mind, I seem to feel the creature is lurking somewhere close at hand, sly and irresistible.
Father.
Excuse me?
I'm sure you never said a word about not coming in for coffee. Well, did you or did you?
Didn't mention a daughter.
Dr. Adams, Dr. Ostro, and Lieutenant...
Don't show it to that other guy of the crew.
Always so terribly wanted to meet a young man, and now 3 of them at once.
That's very kind of you.
The 2 end ones are unbelievable.
All right. Cheers for that.
Never known any human being except her father.
I hope you'll make a...
Good thing Captain Kirk's not there, because we know how that would have ended.
Well, there's no rush.
He's laying it on very thick.
That man is notorious throughout 7 planetary systems. Girl or woman who lets him get her alone. Anywhere.
He's trying to set them up.
There. Just then when he looked at me, why his eyes almost had fire.
Yeah. Such a creep. Stay away from him.
I've explained to them that you have my permission to visit Earth whenever you choose.
Earth? I don't know. I have you and Robbie and all my friends.
Friends?
Perhaps you would better call them, my dear.
All right.
Come, gentlemen.
Are they like rocks in a room or something? Oh. Yeah, she might need to go back to Earth and make some new friends.
No. Watch. Outside of the range of my daughter's influence, it's still a deadly wild beast.
How is she able to do that?
Everything okay, Commander?
No problem. As you can see, we're under no restraint whatsoever.
Oh, a woman. Oh my god.
Well, gentlemen, if I can be
What a view.
disabled here for 10 days and nights. Tell me, would 2-inch lead shielding do as well? And I'll have Robbie run it off for you, and you'll get it not later than tomorrow noon. 19 years ago, I dug those graves with my own hands. And I have, believe me, no wish to repeat that experience.
There is something definitely off with this guy. He's the only survivor and he has a daughter.
Well, thank you for your courtesy and concern, sir.
Ooh, that look, that fiery look.
Just drop the thing down right over there.
Aye, aye, sir.
He's doing it one-handed. That Robbie is impressive.
Wait a minute, that's solid lead he's carrying.
Common lead would have crushed the vehicle, sir.
Does your father know you're out here?
Did tell me not to go near the...
Everyone's trying to make their move.
Commander. What is it, Chief?
Is he trying to show off in front of her?
You better get this in a ship by dock. Won't do any good to have some fool fall over before we transmit tomorrow.
Come here. Over here.
Can I be of service, sir?
Well, if you could tell me where I could get a hold of some of the real stuff.
Real?
The real stuff?
Oh, genuine ancient rocket bourbon. See here? Hey!
The robot's like, I'll have some.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing. Would 60 gallons be sufficient?
Holy moly.
Mister, I've been from here to there in this galaxy, and I just...
We're gonna have one damn big party on that ship.
Only too happy to show you.
Well, thank you very much, Lieutenant.
No trouble at all.
Is that all there is to it?
Well, you've sort of got...
I wonder if maybe she's a humanoid robot.
Just once more, do you mind?
Not at all.
I don't know, Lieutenant. There must be something seriously the matter with me, because honestly, I haven't noticed the least bit of stimulation.
What are you two guys doing over here?
I know there are a lot of pressing duties waiting for me back at the ship, and
Depend on it, Lieutenant, that those privileges won't be stretched to taking your kind of advantages.
What's the matter with him? Why did he leave? Why did you both act so funny?
Well, what'd you expect? You can't run around like that in front of men, particularly not a space wolf like Farman. So for Pete's sake, go home and put on something. Anything.
Put on anything? She might put on something with less clothes.
Looking at me that way, I don't think I like it. What do you mean?
It's the fire in his eyes.
Well, it so happens that I'm in command of 18 competitively selected super perfect physical specimens who have been locked up in hyperspace for 378 days. Oh, go on. Get out of here before I have to run out of the area under guard. And then I'll put more guards on the guard.
I don't like him. I just don't like him. The way he kept looking at me.
Maybe she does like him.
I was only trying to be nice about kissing the lieutenant.
Oh? I think the best thing you can do is to go to bed. I still have some work to do in my study.
She's not going to be like, assassinate that Captain Robbie.
Robbie, I must have a new dress right away.
I will run the dress up for you in time for breakfast.
Funny to see two moons in the sky, isn't it? Funny how quick a guy gets used to it.
Do appreciate the practical sets. They're very nicely done. I wonder who that was and what they were up to. Considering Robbie was up during the night.
And neither of you saw or heard anything. And Youngerford, let me see. You were asleep in your bunk. And you think you had a dream.
Well, me too, sir?
No, me too, sir. Will stand 20 extra watches. I'll have less dreaming aboard this ship.
He's a very strict captain. I thought he'd be a little bit more chill.
Oh, you better stay as you are. I'm leaving you in command here.
Oh, I see.
Establish a standard perimeter.
No women for you today.
By sundown.
Aye, aye, sir.
Detect a little bit of sass there, Lieutenant.
Morbius is in his study, sir. Never to be disturbed while that door is closed.
All right, we'll wait. Is there any other way out of there?
This is the only door.
Oh!
I think stay right there where you are and keep your eye on that dog.
Did the complete opposite to what the captain requested.
Come on in.
Didn't bring my bathing suit. Oh, murder.
Never mind. Coming out. Just wait right there. It'll take me a second to get dry.
Yes, well, I'll...
Perfectly placed bush.
Well, don't worry. You're not going to have to look at me anymore from now on.
I'm very sorry about the way I spoke to you yesterday.
Is he changing his tune now after what he's seen?
All right. You can look now.
Very tropical.
Just something about me personally you don't like.
You always look just beautiful.
Then why don't you kiss me like everybody else does?
Damn, he's changed his tone fast. Oh. I was not expecting this from the captain. The tiger's having none of it. What? Why did he do that?
I had to do that.
But he didn't recognize me.
Oh. I just feel bad for the tiger.
Now, wait a minute, Skipper. After all, it is his house. What's the matter?
Ducks.
Just made out with his daughter back there, yeah. And killed the tiger. You know. Just typical stuff.
Find the household silver in the dining room and my daughter's jewelry on her dressing table.
Last night, our Klystron monitor was sabotaged.
Then the time has come for clarification. Sit down. This planet was the home of a mighty and noble race of beings, which called themselves the Krell. They were 1,000,000 years ahead of humankind. They had walked our Earth and brought back many biological specimens.
I see. That explains the tiger and the deer.
I completely didn't think about that. I don't know why. That never come to mind. How did those get there?
This all but divine race perished in a single night. No record of their physical nature has survived, except perhaps in the form of this characteristic arch. You will follow me. I will show you some of their other remaining artifacts.
Okay, so there was more to this planet after all.
Krell metal. Try your blaster there, Commander.
This spot should be molten.
It's not even warm, huh?
Interesting that he decided to touch it straight after, even though it's supposed to be molten.
This is just one of their laboratories.
It's a laboratory, jeez.
Familiar, though designed for non-human technicians. Eventually, I was able to deduce most of their huge logical alphabet. First practical result was that robot of mine, which you gentlemen appear to find so remarkable.
It's too big to evaluate. Think what a discovery of this
Dr.
kind
Morbius, what is this device over here?
Why was he trying to distract him?
Now, you can see that this headset was designed for something much bulkier than my human cranium. Over here, you see the electromagnetic waves of my brain sending that indicator up about halfway. Comparable to a 7-year-old child was normally expected to send that all the way to the top.
Extremely smart species.
Now then, for the primary function.
Wonder if we'll see what they look like. Or maybe it's best that we just imagine ourselves.
That's Altera.
Simply a 3-dimensional image, Commander.
I have an IQ of 161, yet I don't register a third what you did.
And like the captain said, these are the best of the best.
How do I make an image? I just pull this switch
Don't
here.
stop. You'd never survive. Our Bellerophon skipper tried it, and it was instantly fatal to him. But you can imagine my joy when I discovered that the shock had permanently doubled my intellectual capacity.
We need to get more people on this planet to do more research.
The Krell had been applying their entire racial energies to a new project. These devices, self-serviced, self-maintained, have stood exactly as you see them for 2,000 centuries. On and on and on, row after row, gauge after gauge. But there is no direct wiring.
Well, the total potential here must be nothing less than astronomical.
Gentlemen, would you care to see some more of the Krell wonders?
Indeed, yes.
How far does this place go?
Shuttle car.
Oh, very far apparently. If you have a shuttle car to get around.
Prepare your minds for a new scale of physical scientific values, gentlemen.
Wow, they are minute.
Look down, gentlemen. Are you afraid?
Very.
And 400 other shafts, like this one.
Enormous, must go under like half the planet.
The harnessed power of an exploding planetary system.
All right, Quinn, turn it on.
Have you tested it yet, Bosun?
Right away, sir.
Go and test it.
Permission to take a little walk outside the perimeter, sir.
There's nothing out there.
But there is, sir.
Just trying to get that hookup.
Cookie, I don't know what you're lying about, but you better get back here before the skipper checks in, or we'll both be skinned.
Yes, sir.
How's he going to smuggle all that in?
Back on.
I love how he said he was going for a walk and then he just sprints. That's so not suspicious at all.
480 pints, as you requested. Total.
How's he going to smuggle this bag? He's going to be like, yeah, just found them on my walk. Yeah, crazy, right?
Robbie, I ain't never gonna forget this. Anytime you're hard up for...
They've just become best friends. Oh, so whatever it did, it went underground instead. Surely someone's gotta notice that. They chose to cut away there.
I have come to the unalterable conclusion that man is unfit as yet to receive such knowledge, such almost limitless power. Such portions, then, of the Krell science as I may from time to time deem suitable and safe, I shall dispense to Earth. Other portions I shall withhold.
I think it shouldn't be just up to one person to decide what and what not.
Skipper, the chief's been murdered.
How was it done?
Done. Skipper, his body is plastered all over the communications room.
Whoa.
It is, Mono.
That is scary because they're not even safe inside their ship now.
Started again.
Like the plaster model from the footprints we found.
They cleaned the ship up pretty well if he was splattered all over it.
Pardon me, Commander. Are you ready to hold discipline on the cook, sir? To remind you, sir, that I gave him permission to go out last night.
Did you give him permission to get falling down drunk?
Drunk, sir? Me, sir? Well, I stuck to Ostro, sir.
He had a bit too much of a good time.
Besides, why did that Robert argue me into drinking all that whiskey in the first place?
You were with the robot last night?
Yes, sir.
Even while the chief was being killed?
Certainly, sir. I hope you don't think I could have got that stiff in 5 minutes.
Maybe you and I ought to drop over to that Krell laboratory and get our IQs boosted a couple of hundred.
Maybe it was the tiger seeking its revenge. The tiger's family came back like, you murdered our son.
I warned you while your ship was still in space. I begged you not to land on this planet. That is only a foretaste. The Bellerophon pattern is being woven again. The next attack on your party will be more deadly and general.
How do you know that?
I seem to visualize it.
What do you make of that, Skipper? I'd say it sounded like an ultimatum. Activate main batteries.
A huge lasers of some sort?
Fire! Well, Lieutenant, you got your trouble squad in hand?
Yes, sir, they're in hand, but they're a little trigger happy. They're sort of edgy to see whatever's out there.
Look, this may be a big deal coming up.
I kissed your woman.
What is it, Randall?
Sir, radar just picked up something.
Probably disturbed it by shooting the lasers at it.
May have been a rooster diverted from some other part of the perimeter. You men will continue watching on your own immediate fronts. That is all. You sure you got a real blip there?
Big as a house, sir, and we were dead on target with both bursts. It's coming on again. It's still coming.
Great. Strong, set up a crossfire on those rocks.
He just ran straight through the fence and it's on. You can see because the light. Okay, it was a little mistake, I think.
Get to the blasted thing's invisible.
How did that fit inside the ship? Looks like what a Rancor would be from Star Wars. Why get closer to it? We just saw what happened.
Altura!
Alta! Alta, where are you?
Father, I had a terrible dream.
Huh?
It was blood and fire and thunder and something awful was moving.
Is there dreams triggering these events?
The thing I saw was trying to break into camp. It was going to kill...
My darling, I'm completely helpless as long as he remains here so willfully.
It's their dreams. That's a cool concept.
Get those graves dug. Keep the men busy.
Right. The busier the better.
Visible being that cannot be disintegrated by atomic fission.
But any organism dense enough to survive 3 billion electron volts would have to be made of solid nuclear material. It must have been renewing its molecular structure from 1 microsecond to the next.
Because it's a dream and it's being thought of?
The ship was vaporized trying to lift off.
Which makes it a gilt-edged priority that one of us gets into that Krell lab and takes that brain boost.
All right. Get everything aboard ship. We're pulling out.
I am monitored to admit no one at this hour.
Maybe if we reasoned with him.
How can we bribe Robbie?
My beams are focused on your blasters, gentlemen.
Robbie, emergency cancellation Archimedes.
Well, anyway, we fought it. And we lost. I figure it'll be back.
You must leave now.
Darling, I'm not going...
I'll take you with me.
Doc, will you talk some sense to this girl? I'm in over my head. Doc? Doc?
He's gone to the brain machine.
On the sofa, Robbie.
He's either dead or he's just passed out.
So you took the brain boost, huh?
You ought to see my new mine. Krell had completed the project. Big machine. No instrumentalities. But the Krell forgot one thing.
Yes, what?
Monsters, John. Monsters from the id.
Doc. Fool. The meddling idiot. As though his ape's brain could contain the secrets of the Krell.
He's dead.
He was warned, and now he's paid. Alta.
I'm ready to go with you, darling.
Altera. Go.
What is the id?
Id. It's an obsolete term. Elementary basis of the subconscious mind.
Monsters from the id.
Huh?
Monsters from the subconscious.
Creation by mere thought.
Why haven't I seen this all along? The beast. The mindless primitive.
And take revenge, Morbius, and kill!
They could hardly have understood what power was destroying them.
Their own brains.
But today, as we all know, there is still at large on this planet a living monster.
Your mind refuses to face a conclusion.
Something is approaching from the southwest. It is now quite close, Captain.
Oh, it's that invisible beast.
Thing out there.
It's you. You're insane. How else would you have let it here?
He's doing it to himself. His subconscious.
It's a lie. Shout, let it hear you out there. Tell it you don't love this man. Stop it, Robbie. Don't let it in. Kill it, Robbie.
Oh, because doing so would have to kill him? We're going to have to lose the doctor here?
Why'd you jumble that combination?
Whatever you know and hear, your twin self out in the tunnel knows too.
I'm not a monster, you.
20 years ago, when your comrades voted to return to Earth, you sent your secret id out to murder them.
Yep.
But then, when you thought we were threatening your little egomaniac empire, your subconscious sent its id monster out again. More deaths, Morbius. More murder. But now you're whistling up your monster again to punish her for her disloyalty and disobedience.
Solid Krell metal, 26 inches thick.
Look and ply your monster with whatever amount of power it requires to reach us.
It's coming through. Is he going to be able to save his daughter? Will he have to kill himself to save his daughter?
I've known you great and noble like the Krell.
And I have no power to stop it! Stop! No further! I deny you! I give you up!
Slowly going down.
Son, turn that disc.
He had to come to terms with it.
100 million miles out in space. Chain reaction. They cannot be reversed.
He's going to blow the whole place up. This power's too much for mankind.
98.6. We're clear now.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was going to say, please say they took Robbie, and they did.
A genuine privilege, Commander.
Activate main view plate.
Father, my shipmates, all the stored knowledge of the Krell.
Gone forever.
Your father's name will shine again. Like a beacon in the galaxy. It will remind us that we are, after all, not God.
I wonder what happened to those poor deer. Their end. That was Forbidden Planet. And what a fun, intriguing movie that was. I went in completely blind, not knowing anything about it. And I gotta say, there was some similarities with Star Trek. Obviously, this was done before that, so I'm wondering if some of these influenced not just Star Trek actually, but maybe Lost in Space and loads of other sci-fi things like Star Wars. I thought that imaginary creature was a bit like a Rancor, and they also had phaser pistols just like in Star Trek. There's that teleportation sort of beam, which, you know, obviously in Star Trek also. But going back to this film, it was really fun. I did not expect the light-hearted moments, especially with the daughter and everyone falling in love with her, which I can understand. She was incredible. Robbie the robot, I loved that guy. He was so cool, and the whole moment with the chef and all the alcohol, that was such a cool scene. Then with the doctor, and we knew there was something more going on with him. Then we discover there's this whole system underground which these alien species had built, and we found out that it was all down to their minds, and that's what created everything. And they were so advanced because just their single thought could create something. But then that also led to their demise because their subconscious would create things to destroy others or themselves. We got to see that with the Doctor. The Doctor killed the previous of his crew because they wanted to leave and go back home, but subconscious didn't want to leave and decided to kill them all. Then that creature killed some of the crew and also got mad at the daughter at the end because she fell in love with the captain. How would Captain Kirk cope? We know he would definitely be all over her. Some great performances, and to say this was from the 50s, mid-50s, I would not believe you if you told me, because that looks stunning. Now, I don't know if this was the remastered version. Everything looked incredible. All the effects were great. I would say the only thing I felt put me off was when they were shooting some of the laser guns. It just blew like pew 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 and nothing happened. I get the reason why, because the pistols shoot lasers and not bullets, so there's obviously no recoil. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments below and when you guys saw this. Also, let me know any interesting facts, maybe behind the scenes production wise. Also, do you want me to check more things out like this? Leave a recommendation of any movies similar to this or in the same vein, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.